Alrighty, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another weekly recap video. I think we're on week 28 at this point in time, maybe. If you are new to this series, this is basically a recap of basically a summary of everything that I've worked on this week this past week during my live streams. We go over stuff I've worked on and built, maybe some mod stuff that I've worked on, stuff like that. And I kind of show it off a bit inside the world here. That way it's a little bit, if you missed a live stream or you just can't watch them, you don't have any interest in watching them, you could at least see the progress on my world week to week while you wait for my yearly world tour video. But with that being said, let's jump on over and see what we accomplished on Monday. Alrighty, so Monday here, if you guys have watched the past like 2-3 weeks of recap videos, then you can see we've done quite a bit of work here on the Irridosa Swamp, specifically in the one day of live stream so far this week. I have officially got most of the tree mounds placed in the upper portion of the swamp, along with them being built up, not just laid out. We have where the trees are going to go. This is pretty much everything we did Monday, was get all of these tree mounds in place. And then the idea is that these tree mounds, obviously we're going to have these big trees growing on top of here. And then down inside this area, and some of this will be a little bit lower, is going to be the water level. So the water will run through here, making it the swamp along with some plant life and stuff. And then up to this point here, and then the water is going to flow down to the next level, and then we'll have more tree mounds over on this level as well, which we still have to get into place and figure out. Although most of these I think are probably pretty good. I might just resize them. But yeah, we spent pretty much all Monday just getting these laid out and then filling them in. Over on this upper portion, you can kind of see it's a little janky looking, I guess, on the map. It's because I cleared a little bit of the snow and then redid a lot of these shapes over here so they matched more with the new ones that I built. We also left over this way. I did leave the entrance to the mine shafts of the Irridosa Swamp in place, this one right here. I do plan on building something on this island that kind of connects to that and that we can utilize. But yeah, that's pretty much everything we did Monday. Just got these mounds built. Tuesday, the plan is to work on the lower section here. We might have to clear some of these trees out just to replace them. But yeah, the Tuesday we'll be getting this done, maybe clearing this section here, and then starting work on the bottom portion, which is probably going to be a good bit of filling in of this water and stuff. But yeah, let's jump over, see what we get done on Tuesday, all right? Alrighty, jumping over to our Tuesday portion here. So Tuesday, we spent the day, which for some reason it took us the whole day to do. Not too sure what happened here. But we ended up doing all the islands on this lower section here, all the tree mounds. Got all those placed, figured out. We redid a couple of them, so we had to chop down some of the trees. A lot of these lone ones here, they were like, so basically you can see here, a lot of these have like kind of like egg type shape or like kind of like U type shapes and stuff like that. The original ones were more like these ones here. This is like an original one here versus the ones that I've been doing recently are kind of more organic shaped. So there's a couple in here that I had to replace. Some of them are still the old ones. I mean, they'll be covered up by the trees mostly, so you won't really see them, but you can see like this one here. This one's probably going to get redone tomorrow. So yeah, I think that part took us a little bit because I had to tear some down and whatnot. But yeah, we got all the new tree mounds built here, all the way placed, all the way to the edge over here. Look at that beautiful sunset with the Holbeck Castle in the distance. Oh my gosh. We are keeping this tree hollow here. I think there's like 3 tree hollows throughout the swamp that I want to have a pathway going to, so we can loot these as part of our Wednesday chore day. So yeah, there's that, and then this goes all the way to the edge of the swamp over here into the ocean. Cool plan coming up with this. That'll probably be a little bit later in the build. We are going to have a way to get to that island right there, and it's going to be a respawn point for my world when I die. So there's that. I also started clearing. We did clear a little bit of this. So I had to clear it away from the edge here just so I could get a good idea of where I wanted to put the edge mounds here. So I cleared the land back a little bit. Tomorrow we'll probably end up doing more of this on Wednesday after we finish up after we do our chores inside the world. We'll be pushing a lot of this land back, and we will be working on, like you see this, Scott, all this land has to get pushed back. We're basically going to flatten the entire swamp down, except for where the trees are, to this level here, and then put brand new tree mounds in to get ready for the water to be placed in here. But yeah, that's what we did Tuesday. We got I think this is the 110 section. So this is 111, this is 110. This whole section is 109, and then this is where the final build's going to be. So we got the 110 section finished up. Tomorrow, we'll be starting the 109, which is the majority of the swamp. This is obviously the big section of the swamp that we're going to be working on. So yeah, that's what we did. So let's, I guess, jump over and see what we do get accomplished on Wednesday, even after our chores. So, yeah. All right, Wednesday and Thursday. I'm doing these both as one little segment here because pretty much Wednesday we just did our chore day, and then we did a little bit of work inside the swamp here that I'm going to show you guys, and then Thursday we did a lot of work inside the swamp, but Wednesday wasn't like it wasn't anything too significant. So Wednesday, you will notice that we now have the burlap sacks up on here. So I went through, we did this a little bit on Thursday as well, but mostly on Wednesday, went through, placed all the sacks down, filled them up, and then got the ebony saplings in there. So those will start to grow. They will hit the 13-day growth stage, but they will not grow until it's the proper temperature. So we have a little bit of ways to go before these trees actually grow. I think that it have to be 64 Fahrenheit. I think it doesn't get there until like June, something like that. So a couple months we have to wait until they start growing. Also on Wednesday, this will be easier to see from the map, but we cleared out a couple of the islands that were here, and I also cut out the section that was along in here. So from the map, there was a landmass here. If you look back at like previous videos, you probably saw it. So cleared that out finally, and then there was a couple islands over here, took them out as well. I do have to clear out these islands at some point as well, but you know, in time. And then that's pretty much what we did on Wednesday. Just, you know, the burlap sacks and the clearing of the land there. And then Thursday, oh, we gotta eat here. Let's eat some food. Thursday, we did a lot of work. So Thursday, we started working on this bottom section, or I guess the main section of the swamp. And you can kind of see by the map, a lot of stuff's been done. So if we go one more hop over this way, right up to here. So we started clearing out this bottom section. All of this has to be flattened out down to this level here. So we started doing that. I built out some of these tree mounds that were already here. I kind of made them into like better, like larger sections because I wanted larger tree mounds. Still have to go back through and combine. I think I'm going to combine some of these so that they're more islandy instead of like, I don't want a big space like this in between here. But we went ahead and did that. And then if we go all the way over to this section right here, this is where the big clearing has started happening. So we started filling in all of these like water pools that are around here, and we're going to be doing the same over here. And then we just started flattening it out. Now, I know this is kind of the opposite of a swamp. You're thinking like, oh, it's just land now. But yeah, it's going to follow the same procedure that we've been doing all over in this section here, where we're going to build the islands back. We're going to build them better looking and then put the trees on top. So the water, and then the water will be between them. So the water will come back, but right now I have to flatten it out so I can put the tree mounds in and just see what we're dealing with. So this is the latest area that I've been working on, filling in the water, clearing out stuff. I've actually been working on this a little bit today. It's Friday. So I've been working on this a little bit today and stuff. But yeah, that's what we did on Thursday. We cleared out these two chunks of land here and flattened them, and yeah, stuff got done. But anyway, that is going to do it for this recap video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, take it easy, keep being awesome, and I'll see you guys all next week. All right, bye-bye.